disagreements there. I don't know. My name is Joy Castle.
It looks as though those walls are painted. Wow. Jesus.
Yep.
What the hell took to paint these rooms?
Oh, blimey. Forever.
Make that bracket, why bother coming in here?
Mm.
1800s.
No.
Too
Το κορώνα περισσότερο.
Κορώνα.
Όχι, κορώνα.
Κορώνα. don't think that fire extinguisher is ancient.
No.
Can you lend me books where they talk about ships with so many rooms? This is like a 20. Or do you think we have these like 8 rooms? Is this 25 or is this 50? Truck you
I am Brother Gerardo Sasso, also known as Blessed Gerardo, a modest Christian monk born of a noble family in 1040 in Scala, a beautiful town in the mountains overlooking the sea on the Amalfi coast. The 8-pointed cross on my robe is the badge of Amalfi, a major maritime republic of my time. Like many of my countrymen, I reached the Holy Land by sea. In Jerusalem, I was rector and master of the Pilgrim's Hospice in front of the Holy Sepulchre, next to the Church of Santa Maria Latina, managed by Benedictine monks, 870 AD, which Amalfi nobles renovated in 1086. It was around that time that, out of necessity, I founded a community, the Order of St. John of Jerusalem, which ran city in 1099, placed great strain upon our community. We emerged strong, as to our amazement, many wanted to join the order and engage in an intense evangelical life based upon the 3 vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Donations of money and land, such as that of Godfrey of Bouillon, our motto, Tuitio Fidei et obsequium pauperum, defense of the faith and service to the Pope Pascal II, declared the order, henceforth under the protection of the Holy Apostolic See, and under the protection of Blessed Peter, for me, and my hospitable brethren.
The Villaret, the one that stands to the left, was the first Grand Master, and Villaret was the last one that takes the order then to Malta, and they've been protected by Saint John the Baptist, but also Maria, Our Lady.
Several assaults. However, the losses were heavy. On the 1st January 1523, we left
And the
Rome.
first in Rhodes. In 1291, under the majesty of Jean de Villiers, our order was expelled from the Holy Land and sought refuge in the Kingdom of Cyprus. However, our conflict with King Henry II prompted my uncle Guillaume de Villaret, who was elected to the magisterium in 1296, to seek a more welcoming location. Rhodes was the ideal place. My uncle died in 1305 before he could realize his dream. I took over the magisterium after the important Christian stronghold in the Mediterranean.
Yes, dear visitors. The order's stay in Rhodes gave us a strategic position of the utmost importance. It was up to us to fight the Turks, who were attacking other islands while aiming at Rhodes. When we got to Rhodes, we, Hospitallers of St. John, mobilised all the resources.
And he was responsible for the building of the Marina Gate when we exited the end. And Philip Villiers de l'Isle Adam was the last Grand Master here in Rhodes, the one that lost it towards the Turks after a very valiant fight and brought the knights to Malta. Last but not least,
Our job is there, but just because we're not in a group.
The Ottoman attack was not long coming. A tough challenge for Grand Master Jean de la Valette. Malta was safe, but the battle started up again on the 7th of October 1571 in the Gulf of Lepanto. Pope Pius V in one hand. The Ottomans lost men and ships. The victory reduced the power of the Ottoman Empire in the Mediterranean. But the history of the Knights of Malta is not only a story of battles. The Knights never forgot their original mission of providing aid. In Malta, the Knights of St. John immediately set up Nicolas Cotonnet, a physician, founded the School of Anatomy and Surgery. Emmanuel Pinto gave rise to the Faculty of Medicine in 1771 in Europe on the 12th of June, 1798. Napoleon Bonaparte occupied Malta and the order lost its territorial sovereignty. After the Aventine. But what of my life with the Knights of Malta? I painted a great work for the Oratory of San Giovanni, the beheading of St. John the Baptist, the only one I signed. Do you see this trapdoor? It's the dungeon of the fort that locked up in 1608. At the behest of the Grand Master Olof de Wignacourt, I broke the rules of the Knights of Malta, whose story I will now tell you. They've been called that since they settled on the island, led by Grand Master Villiers de l'Isle Adam. The hospital was well known in Europe. The university improved the quality of medical services. The destiny of the Knights of Malta changed definitively with the change of the political situation in Europe on the 12th of June, 1798. Napoleon Bonaparte occupied Malta and the order lost its territorial sovereignty. What of my life with the Knights of Malta? I painted a great work for the Oratory of San Giovanni, the beheading of St. John the Baptist, the only one I signed, F. Michel Anne. Do you see this trapdoor? It's the dungeon of the fort, where I, Michelangelo Medici da Carpio, whose story I will now tell you. They've been called that since they settled on the island, led by Grand Master.
Oh.
I had a leak.
The mosaics have come. Must have got damaged.
Mert akkor kerül 2 euróba a kipakolásról, különböző. Szóval
I must say this palace is well worth a visit, people. That's the street of the night, isn't it, baby?
Yeah.
βάρκας γίνεται, τι γίνεται.
Όλα ρε.
Αυτό είναι.
Και πας από ώρα Αμερική σε ώρα Ελλάδα και πάλι Βραζίλ.
Yeah.
Πήγαινε εκεί πέρα δίπλα ρε Βασίλη.
Όταν τα λέω ποιος μ' ακούει.
Τι να πεις να σου δώσω.
Τι?
Τι να σου δώσουν αυτός.
Να μας δώσουνε.
Τι να σου δώσουν αυτός.
Ούτε καν.
Viking cruise ship dwarfs the town, doesn't it?
Yeah.